we're good.
Hey, Ruthless Nation, we've reached the point of Season 3 that we've all been waiting for, and that is the championship for here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And tonight we're going to start off with some Championship 4 driver interviews. Later, JWoww should join us, so got that to look forward to. But anyways, we get typical in here with the first interview. Like I said, back-to-back champ, second most wins with 7 on the season. Strong every race you've been in. Just kind of reflect on the season and what it's going to take here tonight at Las Vegas to possibly be the Ruthless 3-time Pro Series champion.
Sure. Yeah, started off the season with a win, and then from there on, I think I went on a 9 to 10 losing streak. But ever since that point in the season, I was able to pick up a couple wins, especially in the playoffs. That's where most of the momentum started. Yep, here tonight, try to pick out the third championship in a row, and hopefully I can get that done. So, good luck to those.
Yeah, well said, man. Like I said, I wish you the best of luck out there. It's sure going to be a battle, but good luck at going to do the unthinkable of being back to back to back.
Sure, appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're going to move over to MJ Bros, driver of the 4 car. And so for you, you got the most wins on the season with 8. But, kind of hit a little slump, I guess, there. But you're finding the groove again as the playoffs had progressed. So just kind of reflect on your first season here in Ruthless and what is going to be the main key to success for you tonight here at Las Vegas.
It was a really good season. I don't think I could have asked for anything better. Got a lucky some lucky wins along the way, and all I can do is just hope to be there and that last pit stop and have a shot at it tonight. I think we got something decent that'll be able to compete, and hopefully we can put on the show and for all the people out there watching.
I'd agree. I think it's going to be a good show indeed. But yeah, all the luck to you, man, as you try to go for your first Ruthless Pro Series championship to just add to the list of all the things you've already done out here in this, community.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll move over to Jason, driver of the 15. So you're going to be driving the Jacob car, the Reagan car. Which one?
Garrett Smith, we won the red and black one.
Okay, cool.
My nighttime car.
Hey, there you go. So for you, Jason, it's the first season here in the Ruthless Pro Series, and you turned that into a Championship 4 appearance, making it here by 1 point. And but you've strung together some very consistent races down the stretch here. So how are you going to ride that momentum here at Vegas tonight and try to get your shot to be a Ruthless Pro Series champion?
Shoot. We'll see what I can do. Basically, had a terrible season all season. I mean, most people probably like me in a championship 4, but I didn't. I did. I didn't really work on any car all season. This is probably the first time I worked on a car for about an hour before the race. So it kind of showed all season. Wasn't able to get any wins, which is the first league I've never been able to at least get one win in. I don't think I ever won a stage this year either, just to pull. So hopefully I can have better luck this race and maybe finally get the first win, the one that means the most.
That's right. Sometimes, some people like to hold the best for last, and that's very well what you could do here tonight. So, like the same as the rest, best of luck to you, and good luck at trying to catch that Ruthless championship here.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And we'll move over to no stranger to the booth and to the fans of Ruthless Racing, your Tuesday broadcaster Hollywood, who I will say had a very good call there on Tuesday. Had a lot of excitement in his voice. But tonight, you try to go out here and claim a championship. But without further ado, shaky after missing Martinsville, obviously, but you turned it up big time at Michigan, got the dub. Uh, was very strong at Auto Club to lock it in for tonight. And with one win on the season and the playoff run it took to get here, how are you looking at tonight, and what's it going to take for you to possibly be a champion in your own league?
Yeah, man. Season's been fairly good for us. We got a win at Michigan. It was a long time since we had a win in Ruthless, and a couple things go a little differently in a few races. Um, could have been up, around 3 or 4 wins this season. So um, I'm just, happy to be competitive the whole year, winning stages, winning poles, competing for races at pretty much every or race wins at every track almost that we ran this year, and yeah, Michigan was a big momentum boost. Daytona was kind of a crapshoot; it always is there. But then Phoenix and Auto Club finished P2 in both of those races, won 3 out of the 5 stages. So um, or 4 stages, 3 out of the 4. So looking to continue that momentum and finish one spot better in this race and bring home that chip. I've never even been on the podium in a championship race, so um, got to try and better that stat. But thank you to all the fans that are watching, everybody that tunes in tonight, and you know this is going to be some crazy racing. You guys saw what went down Tuesday on the final lap, and I would expect something just like that to happen tonight. So thank you for being in the booth. Shout out to JWoww for hopping in here too when he does. And we're going to go get our qualifying lobby started. I'll send you some invites too, and you can watch our laps if you'd like.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
But yep, thanks everybody. Shout out SKU Car, West Higgins ORV, Side Draft Download, everybody that makes it go around. And hopefully we're back here talking to you in the booth after the race too.
Yeah, so all the championship 4 is invited back to the booth after the race, regardless if you're top 3 or whoever. Top 3 and championship 4, however it works out, you're invited back. Um, but best of luck to all 4 of you guys. Unfortunately, only one of you can win, but you've all had your own path here that's deserving of this championship. So best of luck.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Ruthless Nation. We've got the pre-race interviews over with. Everybody's bouncing out to go qualify. So big thanks. As Hollywood had said, JWoww should be coming through at some point. I thought Hollywood was going to throw us a poll out there, possibly. Should get some invites for qualifying, though. Please, anybody who's watching, leave us a like. I think our boy Kenrod's going to be giving us the POV tonight. I don't know if he's live yet or not, though. Oh, he said he's live now. I'll be the judge of that. Also, a big shout out to West Higgins ORV. Typical is the West Higgins ORV Pro Series champion, pole champion, if you want to call it. MJ Bross was our regular season champion over here in the Pro Series. And we're still looking for the Kenrod to be live here. trying to find his stream out here. Oh no. We found Kenrod. We didn't find no live video though. Kenrod might think he's live. All right, everybody. We're just trying to get qualifying out of the way here. So we'll see what's going on. Big Ben with the hot take. He says. For some reason, I'm not seeing everybody's comments. Oh, Ben says, I appreciate you, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, I tried my damnedest. I'll just tell you that. All right, cool. Got the poll up now. Who do we think is going to be the Pro Series champion? Overwhelmingly early on, 7 votes, Hollywood. All right. Also, I have a black screen. Is the crowd experiencing this black screen? All right, cool. Looks like a healthy chat out there tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you vote in our poll. We got 9 votes up right now, 10 votes, 3 people tied. We got 3 drivers tied right there. Hollywood, the overwhelming early favorite, though. And oh my goodness, here we go. We got JWoww. He has joined us. Welcome
We're
in,
back.
JWoww. JWoww is back.
Any updates on the start?
So I was waiting. So they're restarting the lobby. So
Copy.
waiting on the qualifying. We're gonna just jump in there and witness what's going on. Everybody's having a good thing about people being washed in the comments.
It's good to see people having a good time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, sorry everybody about that. I think I went and fixed my microphone volume a little bit.
Man, I'm ready for this championship. We got a good race at Las Vegas. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, that's right. Just waiting for qualifying to get going here.
What's up, Super Flow Racing?
Yeah, awesome. We got this monkey over in from the Pro Series. And but yeah, JY, to my understanding, I believe you're going to be running a Ruthless scheme at some point.
It's in the works. Nothing's official yet, but that is the rumor going around the rumor mills right now. Uh, Details to be determined soon, but it's looking good for our for the Thunderclap iRacing series.
There you go. So nothing official, but maybe. See a Ruthless scheme
It's
over
definitely
there.
very likely. I'll say that.
There you go. Sources are saying, says Titans.
Sources are saying.
Up to 18 people here before we get in qualifying going.
Trust me, you'll hear the announcements when it's out there. We like to break the news.
So
Like
we
The
will
Rock
know when
in
it
WWE.
happens. Alright, so still looking. I'm hoping Kenrod will. Oh yeah, he is live. Good stuff. Looks like qualifying is going. You need an invite.
Yes, I'll need an invite.
All right. I think they're going to, or they have started qualifying.
Are we joining this?
Yeah, I'm gonna just hop in there
Get a
and
little test run.
flip through. Thanks everybody who's joining. We're just hopping into the qualifying here. Good crowd has joined up for us tonight as we get ready to attack Las Vegas in your Pro Series Championship 4. But let's see who's able to take the final West Higgins ORV pole on the season. But typical is the West Higgins ORV pole award champion for the entire season. All right, we start seeing some guys come off the track now. The 4 will begin his laps. The first of the championship 4.
MJ Bross always brings a fast car to these mile and a halves here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he lays down a banger of a lap to get the pole.
All right, so Typical is out on his run. Who else are we looking for? We got Hollywood out there. And Jason. That's your championship 4 all out here qualifying. Yeah, Henson, I think you need to reset your router, dog. Ain't nothing wrong with my stream.
Yeah, the stream looks pretty clear on my end.
Yeah, I turned it on. I didn't see any problems. All right, looks like MJ Bross is going to start his final lap along with everybody else. And they'll be looking to be the fastest of the 4. Officially, all the final laps of the qualifying has started. MJ Bross coming through 3 and 4 for the final time here in qualifying. You see him dive below the apron and to the line. Obviously, we don't know the time. Typical right behind him does the same. On with Hollywood as he exits turn number 4. And he will finish his lap, followed closely by Jason. And that will end your championship qualifying here from Las Vegas. As we'll wait until we load back into the lobby to see who got what. Who got that last West Higgins ORV pole on the year? But yeah, Jay, well, you've been in and out throughout the season and done some races with me, and I had asked, I was hoping that you would come in and do a race with me here tonight, and but you did. I appreciate that. So from what you've seen on the season and
So,
everything throughout, what do you expect tonight?
yeah, from the season, what I've been seeing as I've watched a couple races, several races actually, I do think the two favorites will be Mike Ross and Typical because that they always bringing speed to the track, always consistent. They know when to, they know when the lights are the brightest, and they always show out. So I will be expecting to see those two competing at the end. But let's not sleep on Jason and Hollywood here. I mean, anything could happen. This is a one race deal. All you have to do is beat the other three drivers. So this will be exciting to watch.
I totally agree with you. Qualifying starting to get done. You see 3 of your championship 4 lined up here, maybe on purpose like that. Nonetheless, looks pretty cool. MJ Brown's not participating. Oh, Hollywood
He's in his
then
own
go
world.
get kicked.
He's in that mindset right now. That championship mindset.
Yeah, he's just getting ready.
Yep.
All right, as we turn to the poll, we were up to 19 votes right now. Hollywood still the early favorite, 42% of the vote, followed by MJ Bross with 32%, Typical with 21%, and Jason with 5%. Typical going for a three-peat here in the Ruthless Pro Series. So will he be able to do that? The people don't think so.
That is a good question, but know what happened to his last championship race? Typical. I mean, he may have threw a little bit bumper out there to win that championship. So I bet I 100% guarantee you that is on the other three drivers' mind. What he knows what Typical would do to win a championship. They should go to do the same if they're in that same situation on the final lap.
Yeah, you know, definitely I'd say people do remember that, watching that. Hollywood, though, they only won a part of that race. But, I think these other guys are still aware of it. They know about it. So they know what the 10 will do for a championship. And like you said, they obviously aren't going to just ignore that.
That is 100% correct. They are not going to forget it. Well, one important thing about this race, mainly, is going to be the pit stops. If we get some long runs towards the end of this race, especially towards stage 3, it's definitely going to come down to those pit stops. Who's gonna fold under the pressure when they need to lay down a good stop, when they need a break, hit their points to a T, and that may determine the champion right there. It may not always be the fastest car, but pit stops is always underrated. You never want to sleep on that.
All right, everybody. Qualifying is officially, the session is done. And it's between the 4, the 10, the 14, and the 15 tonight. And all Fords, surprisingly. Because Tuesday night in the Pro-Am race, all the Championship 4 drivers were in Chevrolets. So, see a little difference here between the two series in the Championship 4. No Toyotas.
As we see, we got Showtime Flash in the chat, man. I love that man. Me talk about championship battles. Me and him have had a couple championship battles. We did a rub a little bit of fenders, and uh, I wouldn't say it's a history, but he remembers what I would do to win a championship.
Yeah, we've got a good crowd out here tonight as we get loaded back into the lobby and they get ready to go green. That ain't a Chevy. What ain't a Chevy? I thought everybody was in a Chevy. All right, so typical will be your last West Higgins ORV pole sitter. And very fitting that he was the ORV champion on the year.
Tyler RRS, 4th place. Nope, I need to back out. I may end up racing this race. We gotta back out. See me competing for a championship out here.
We could try. All right, get my invites
I'm
back.
rusty. I'm rusty now. There's no way I'd be contending for a top 5 now.
Hey man, I don't know if you saw what happened Tuesday, but I literally won by like 2 feet.
That was awesome.
And man, you just like I said, you couldn't have scripted that better. And these guys, there's nothing wrong with the guys we were racing with on Tuesday, but obviously these guys are just on another level at some points, And so if they do half as good as we did, it'll be 10 times more exciting, I feel like.
Yeah, that is awesome to hear.
All right, so they're getting the lobby together. They got everything set up. They're getting their invites out. Typical will roll off first, followed by Hollywood. Third will belong to Kill It Like Jason. And then, as JWell pointed out, Tyler RRS will be fourth, with MJ Bross being the last qualifier of the championship 4. He'll be followed up by Kenrod in 6th. 7th belonging to Big Ben. 8th to G-Dog. And rounding up the field, 9th Nascarillo tonight. We got invites. Did they invite you, JWell?
Yes, I did get my 2 invites.
All right, cool. All right, JWell out here just nicely roasting people in the comments. Appreciate him.
only Henson.
Yeah, you got to get that guy when you can.
Yeah. He likes to throw shots at me, so I throw a little couple jabs back. Nothing too much.
Yeah, kick him while he's down. All right, look, sounds like on the Ruthless Radio they're just going over some last championship stipulations and stuff, and all the race etiquette and all that stuff that you expect here tonight from Las Vegas. But nonetheless, who will pull the biggest gambling move of them all here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway? It's the biggest moment of Season 3 and possibly in the history of Ruthless Racing. Who will be the Ruthless Season 3 Pro Series champion? Will we have a three-peat out of the typical, or a first-time champion that could be either MJ Bross, Kill It Like Jason, or Hollywood? Hollywood, a veteran to the series. League owner as well, and Jason and MJ Bross, both rookies to the series, but not to the racing for sure. But MJ Bross, many accolades on the Heat 5 circuit, just himself. So this is just something that he was just add on to his sheet out here tonight. But nonetheless, I think we're in for a really good race. And the timer is ticking down for the green flag to finally drop on what's going to be the season finale for the Ruthless Pro Series.
To answer your question earlier, who's going to be the biggest gambler? Especially, we're in the town of gambling, Las Vegas. Uh, I will say this: don't sleep on Jason. He knows when to throw in his gambles. Like he knows what the strategies should be, what he needs to do, and I won't be surprised if he pulls this thing off. If it's a fuel saving or something that's out of the random, he needs to go do and pulls it off.
All right, we're good to join. You got your invite, right?
So I am heading there.
All right, cool. Loading into Las Vegas. Getting ready to drop that green flag. Jay Well said, don't be down on the underdog, Jason. He may not have had any wins here this season, but the man is here on a mission, so don't forget it. Here we are, Las Vegas, typical Hollywood. Kill it like Jason, MJ Bros, battling for a shot at the Ruthless Pro Series Championship. We're off. Typical. Clears it early. Hollywood strictly down to the bottom. Championship 4 all on the bottom and should be clear as we're rolling green from Las Vegas.
Yeah, this draft's going to be a huge part of this early part of this race, trying to test it out the waters. What is it going to do? How strong is it? But as we see, typical coming out of 4 with the lead the first lap.
And so everybody's on board. All the stages tonight will be 2 pit stops. A little bit of strategy could be sprinkled in here, the first 2 stages. But it's a straight up battle in that last stage. It's just about being clean.
You're exactly right. You don't have to win, but it's most likely going to take a win to win this championship.
That's exactly right. Already we got the 16. He kind of got out of the draft here early. And he'll be the first victim of being by himself. Everybody else still lined up quite nicely. Typical still leads the field, followed by Hollywood. 15 will kill it like Jason. And then MJ Bros running up 4th with Kenrod right behind. Championship 4.
It's mainly just going to be a fill-out process for the first couple laps. You know, they're not going to want to race. They got a long race ahead. I've seen Hollywood got up in the wall there.
Ooh. I'm not sure what happened to him.
I believe he may have gotten close to his bumper coming off that exit. As soon as you kind of you get a little touch on that bumper off the exit, it just shoots the car straight up, and I think it was just a perfect mixture of just how tight it gets once you hit that bumper.
I just want to take the moment to thank everybody who's tuned in so far. Please leave a like if you're new here to Ruthless Racing. Please subscribe. We do a lot of great things over here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Last race of the season. So here in season 3, but we got some great things coming up for season 4 with the Legacy Series and the continuation of the Pro Series with a big addition of a lot of the Pro-Am drivers from this year's Tuesday series.
Here we go. It seems like we already got a little bit of racing going on within the first 5 laps.
That's right, a top 4 here, kind of in a diamond formation. It's almost like they're flying jets rather than driving race cars.
They got wingmen out there. It's still side by side. Oh! Came down into him a little bit. They're still side by side. And Jason's got to be loose off these corners. And I think Mike could see that, and he just wanted to get out. He just wanted to pass him, just not be a victim of something that was not his fault. But he may be contending here for the lead very shortly.
Yeah, we got Jason. He gets shuffled back to 4th here. As you had mentioned, MJ Bros making moves. He's up to 2nd now.
Yeah, he started P5, but he's already up to 2nd. He's looking for the lead here. Who's Hollywood going to go with? That's going to help the draft here. He sticks with typical.
There is a high line foreman, 3 of the 4 championship
Here we go. Is he going to clear?
drivers
He
up
cleared.
there. Oh, he wasn't clear at the end. We got some people shoving 3 wide back there with Jason. Big Ben lets out of it, gets back in order. Still got a car middle Hollywood as he finally inches down to the bottom. Outside alone is typical, riding as hard as possible on the outside.
New leader.
MJ Ross to the lead. Kenron moves up to 4th, pushes Jason back to 5th. Still in a straight line here as we go down the backstretch. Little checkup from the 10. He's going to slide up the track, leaves the bottom open just a little bit for the 42. Does not take advantage of it.
What is Hollywood going to do here? Is he going to ride or is he going to start looking for a lead? Just make a statement. He's a championship favorite in this race.
That's right. Man, these guys have to be content. Oh, we got a little slippiness out of the 45 back there. But at some point, these guys got to look. It's going to take a little strategy here, maybe a little tire saving to win this first stage. Obviously, it does not matter to win the first stage, but
Or
if you're just
stage.
yeah, right. And I mean, if you're just looking to dominate, if that's kind of your thing, it will take a little bit of strategy here.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a mental note to know, oh, typical got loose. He hit the wall right there.
He sure did.
He
Got
falling
Jason
back?
up there. Oh, Jason makes it tight. Almost 3 wide there with Kenrod, but nonetheless draws it door to door with typical after the mistake. This would definitely allow the 14 and the 4 to maybe jump out there. I don't know. Hollywood looked inside.
Man, typical back to 4th. 4th of the 4 championship drivers right now. And still falling. It's a rare sight. But like I was saying earlier, it's more of like a mental note to the other competitors that you're the car to beat if you're going out to get the lead very early.
Yeah, as these runs progress, these guys are going to get a better and better feel of how well these cars for certain drivers are going to react and what parts of the track that they could maybe make a move later on.
This track is definitely multi-groove. You could not the very outside, more likely an outside of 1 and 2 if you wanted to make something happen because there are bumps right in the middle of the turn in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 you kind of want to stay snug on that bottom lane. If not, you can pinch the car below you right on that white line and still have an advantage, but you're gonna have to trust that car below you to not run you up the track and use you up.
Yeah, well said. We got the championship 4 snugged back up here. They are the top 4, all under a blanket. And as they cross the line right there, that will leave us with 25 laps remaining here in stage number 1. We should be seeing a pit stop within the next 3 to 5 laps out of the field. So we'll see how that progresses. I have a feeling that Hollywood would be your last pitting car on this first set of stops.
Yeah, being a leader isn't always an advantage because, especially when you have multiple stops, you kind of want to save a little bit of fuel, but not too much. I guess I know there's probably some rules here, but it does help you save a little bit if you're riding in 2nd or 3rd. As Typical's looking to go around the outside here.
Yeah, he is looking out there. It's not a great place to be off turn 4. Somebody come up and smack you into the wall like that.
He is loose from what I'm seeing very early.
All right, so early on here in our championship race from Las Vegas,
Whoa.
our last qualifying car of the championship 4 has turned up the heat and got the lead here before the first pit stop has even arose. But within the next 2 to 3 laps, we should be seeing some pit stops out of this field as Jason, the first of the championship 4, on pit road.
Yeah, the typical should be coming in this lap from what I'm seeing. I wouldn't doubt if Mike's coming as well. Hollywood may be coming in the next lap.
I do predict that we'll have
A typical
Hollywood
signal in here.
10 does signal. Hollywood stays high like he's going to stay out. Yeah, Jason had pit the lap before these two guys, and as I think Hollywood will stay out.
That was a pretty good entry by typical. I don't know if he sped there. No, that was dang near perfect.
This should be full tires, full fuel and 4 tires for these guys here on this pit. Full tires.
Full tires. As Hollywood should be coming in this lap.
He does. Looks a little hot to the outside, but I think he got her slowed
aggressive.
down. I think he got it. We'll keep our eye on Jason. He was the first pitting car, so he'll be looking to see how well he gained on Typical and MJ Bros.
Yeah, he short pitted 1 lap to Typical and 2 laps to Hollywood. As he's coming into 1 and 2 right now.
He will. I think he'll be neck and neck with MJ Bros for the lead. He'll have the momentum to take over the lead. And there you see it off the first pit stop, the 15 kill. It like Jason will assume the lead, depending on how Hollywood's pit stop turns out here.
Looked like Typical must have had a really slow stop.
All right, so here comes your leaders up the front stretch. Hollywood is coming off pit road. He's definitely not going to retain the lead.
He's going to have those freshest tires there.
He certainly will, and he'll cycle right into 3rd position. I think Big Ben, man, I think maybe he had a bad stop or a good stop. I'm not sure.
I believe he had a good stop because he did come ahead of Typical.
All right, get on the 45 here.
If these 3 cars link up together, they're definitely going to run down these next 2 because especially they got Hollywood with the freshest tires here. I don't know if Typical is going to try to pass them.
All right, Jason remains your leader with 1 more pit stop here in stage number 1. And it should still be a few laps before that will come into play. But I think the first one to pit is who's going to be at the greatest advantage. So especially if they do a no-tire stop. That is what I've done to win stage number 1 on Tuesday. If any of these guys watched on Tuesday, they may try what Stu tried. That's Hollywood signaling. I think that's him signaling that he's going to pit this time.
He's pitting.
He just didn't want to alert everybody. You can visually give out your pit stop, and that's what he's going to do.
Contact from Jason and Mike coming off that exit there.
I think that's a good move by Hollywood. Because as he comes down pit road right there, that leaves 17 laps, and that's exactly what you're going to get to the tank. I think you needed to run your tires 21 laps here after that first pit stop here in stage number 1. So you get 21 laps out of your tires. You do not have to take tires on the second pit stop, stage 1.
Typical's got to be like right on the edge there, trying to get that draft. As Hollywood's coming out of the pits right now.
Hollywood
He's just
will go
the draft from Jason right now.
Hollywood will go a lap down here, but he has already made all the required pit stops. Has the freshest tire making his pit exit. That will be a difference maker as well, as everyone else out here will have older tire trying to make that pit exit, and it can get slick down there, as nobody has went in yet.
After a couple laps, Typical is holding his own. He hasn't made up time. He hasn't lost time. But he's trying to get that draft right on Jason's. He may have to get a tenth or 2 more to hold on to them, but he's at a disadvantage right now. But I believe he thinks Jason's going to fall off a little bit, and he's going to latch onto that draft before he makes his pit stop.
As we wait for the top 3 to make their pit stops, the last 3 of the championship 4 to make their pit stops here in stage number 1. I just want a big thanks to all the guys racing, Tyler, Kenrod, Big Ben, G-Dog, Nascarillo, all those guys not a part of this championship 4 out here still racing tonight. And, just doing their best to win this race just as well as these championship drivers. Big Ben looking good early on here.
Definitely respect to them for showing up still. Even though they're not in this playoff or championship hunt, it's definitely respect for them showing up for this race and all the other races.
That's right. And just want to say again what I said Tuesday after the race. I appreciate everybody who's had a positive influence on Ruthless Racing throughout its time. It's 3 seasons, and as we move on and forth and to whatever's next and great, I hope y'all are a part of it. So appreciate, like I said, everybody, fans, drivers, everybody. Yeah, could be that.
Breaking news, Myles Garrett did win Defensive Player of the Year.
Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett.
Oh, man.
They are having the NFL Honors Awards tonight.
That's pretty
Hopefully
awesome.
Dak Prescott can win the MVP.
I'm interested to see who does get it. A lot of people seem Lamar Jackson will do it. J-Roll, keep us updated.
We will keep you updated. But Typical has closed in on Mike. He is now on Jason's draft, so it is helping him here on this long run to pit later. He's signaling the pit right now. What is Mike going to do? He must have saw that. Is he going to pit now? We got a car coming out of the way here. Nope, they're staying out. Oh! And
Typical.
He was flirting with the 16 car there. Oh, man.
He did. That was pretty crazy. He just dove it right in there.
And his car's got to be so loose because I after a lot of corners, I just see him that back end just keeps stepping out.
I think this just keeps looking better and better for Hollywood. Typical is in and out, so he is on that no tire strategy.
If
He
I
will
was
go a
Typical, I
lap
would have
down.
waited until I got to the back bumper of Jason because then he still had a little bit more time to make up there. But like you said, stage 1 doesn't matter. It's not the one that pays the big bucks. It's the one the pay window opens up in stage 3.
That looks really good for Hollywood, though. If he's able to hang on to this out front there, he has pretty much the same tire. Tyler going to help Typical, though, here, really. But definitely looking good for Hollywood because I think the longer these other guys do not pit, I think that's hurting their chances here for stage 1. But
it's gonna be a toss up here. I don't know how it's gonna pan out on which strategy is gonna work best, but Hollywood could be in the best situation right now after pitting early with the freshest tires, and he pitted first to get it out of the way early.
Yeah, he went right in on the fuel number. That's all he needed. It was really the 21 laps on the tires that he would need.
Yeah, I will say it is when you brake under fresh set of tires versus an old set, you will get more grip and it'll stop you a lot faster. So you can drive in a little more deeper on your entry, and that is more of an advantage right there compared to stopping on 20-ish lap old tires.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Milt, for the kind words. Appreciate you for watching and picking me. I saw that you had picked me to win, so I appreciate you. It looks like both of these top 2 drivers are going to be going in this time. As they go down pit road and cross the line, that will be 7 to go here in stage number 1. Hollywood will be 15. Oh, big spin by the 4. Nose damage for sure for MJ Bross as he spins it out, hits the inside wall from pit road and misses pit road. Has to back it up. Oh, hopefully he doesn't get kicked out here.
Major championship implications.
Yeah, he needs to hope that does not result in 2 laps down something there.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt for him.
All right, Hollywood
Jason's
definitely
in
in the
and out.
driver's seat for stage number 1 here.
Man, he just lost it. He just got loose coming into entries and just maybe overbraked it, or I don't know what happened. But let's see, is the race for the stage win here. Hollywood's taking a lead.
Off the pit cycle, the 14 of Hollywood passes the 15 of Jason and claims the lead here with 6 to go in stage number 1.
Keep an eye on Mike, see if he got through pits. As he's coming out of pits right now, hopefully he's going to stay on the lead lap. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hollywood is coming out into turn 1 and 2 there.
Wonder if he took fresh tires. I think that keeps him on the lead lap. Yes, I think so.
But who knows how bad that damage was. He may have only had to do whatever his pit stop needed and not take the damage, because that could have added on another 15 seconds. So we could be looking at him going almost 2 laps down if he's not already a lap down. As I'm looking at Typical's view, he's gonna be cutting it close on some tires here. He's at 10% with 3 laps to go. I have to keep an eye on him. He may pop a tire here coming to the finish of the stage.
All right, 2 to go here in
7.
stage number 1. I think MJ Bros was able to stay on the lead lap. We are keeping an eye on this battle for second place. Big Ben
on
right there in the mix.
6% with 2 laps to go. I think he's trying to baby it now. %.
White flag of stage number 1 is up in the air as Hollywood tries to make one more lap to be your stage 1 winner. We keep an eye on Typical as he's got some tire to nurse around here for one more lap in stage number 1. Hollywood down the backstretch. Think Mike's going to remain on the lead lap. Oh, into the wall, Jason.
Man, are they running out of these tires?
He's running out of fuel.
May be flat.
Or that could be a flat tire as well. Typical is down on the apron. Big Ben.
0%.
Big Ben going to take 3rd place. He can't go down pit road here.
They're trying to baby this thing in.
All right, so
It's costing them a lot of spots.
It might have been a. Oh man,
Wow.
if that's a blown tire for both of those guys, that's a saving grace for Mike because they will have heavy damage to fix. Man.
We
All right,
had two of them pushing towards the end on strategy there. And, man, Hollywood just took advantage, completely staying out on two extra laps on Jason and 1 extra lap on Typical and Mike. And he just blown by the field through that stage.
That's right. We finish up the stage. Hollywood first. Big Ben getting 2nd. Tyler 3rd. G-Dog 4th. Typical 5th. Kenrod 6th. Kill It Like Jason getting 7th. MJ Bros and 8th. And that's Carrillo. Down 1 lap. We'll get the free pass. Be back on the lead lap. Hopefield will be on the lead lap. Hollywood, your stage 1 winner in the first stage of our championship race here in the Season 3 Ruthless.
Wow, that was an insane stage 1. I was not expecting that.
Cars to go down right at the same time.
We got a new leader.
That's right. Big Ben going to lead us off the point here for the second stage of this championship race. And he called his shot tonight. He said he was going to win this race. And
I like the confidence from him.
That's right. And, I don't think any of these championship guys would be mad at pushing him to a win as long as they were second, because it is highest finisher here.
They're the first of the 4. That's all that matters. Don't got to win, but you got to be ahead of the other 3 drivers.
We have seen Big Ben sticking around through all the pit stops and everything all race. Gets 2nd place off 2 cars going down in stage number 1. And here he goes, leads a lap here in stage number 2. And man, it's two out of the top 3 are not championship drivers right now.
I love to see that. I love to see the top 3 contending for a win here, even though they're not in the championship.
See a bottom line of championship drivers starting to form up. Kenrod in that mix as well. Tyler gets left to the outside as the 4-car works heavy on the inside with Typical. He's going to be clear of the 1. It's going to bring them all back to line down the backstretch. The top 4 now consist of 3 championship 4 drivers. The leader, Big Ben. All right, nice little restart here. Shuffles everything around.
After a while of stage 1, I think that I don't know if they're going to just try to settle here, ride a little bit, get some laps in. That's all you need to do. Get the laps in. Stage 1 and 2 is not going to win you the championship, but it may hurt you.
So we had Henson say Ty did not blow a tire. You know, maybe he didn't. He maybe avoided doing that to not get the damage.
You can get on 0%, but that doesn't mean you are the tire's blown. You got a little bit of life, but that's why he was babying it. He was on the apron because the loads of that banking would have blown that tire right off. But he babied it right towards the end, especially on 0%.
Yeah, you know, that's a veteran move there by Typical.
You got a lead change.
That's right, Big Ben way to the outside. Hollywood, Typical, MJ Bross, and Jason now looking to be the top 4, the championship 4. Ben also knows there's a little strategy to stage 2 here. He does not need to be out front this whole time. Now, Hollywood riding behind Ben that amount of time, that might have helped him save enough to pull off what it's going to take here in stage 2.
Yeah, they're just going to gang up on Ben here because they were fine with them riding in front of them because all 4 of the championship drivers were 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But now once you get another car in the mix there, they want to get them as far back as possible so they can keep their eye on the prize.
Real quick, just want to say big thanks to SKU Car being a sponsor here for Ruthless Racing, the whole entire length of the series. SKU Car and SKU 2 on YouTube, SKU Car on Twitter. Check them out. A lot of great stuff over there. West Higgins ORV, much appreciated stepping in, taking over the pole award this year. Big special thanks to him. It's also Super Flow Racing for any of you that don't know. But there you go, right on cue with the comment. Always cheering on SKU Car. You know, I mention West Higgins ORV all the time, but he always like, you know, here's SKU Car. He's always in for SKU Car. So we got some great sponsors here. Side draft. Yeah. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I love SKU Car.
Yeah, love him.
They do everything.
Yeah, he's great. And the Side Draft download on Spotify, you know, podcast, check it out on Spotify. As get some side drafts. I forgot, but as we get side drafts throughout the race, I will throw them out. They sponsor every side draft here in the Ruthless Racing series.
I love that.
Yeah, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, so appreciate
Let's get some side draft
everybody
going here, guys.
And all the fans watching, I appreciate you all. Please leave a like, subscribe. All of you are great. It's always fun in the comments. And it's been a great night so far here for a Season 3 finale to wrap up what has really been a really awesome season through, you know, the Pro-Am and the Pro Series. And these guys are going to top it off just as great as those Tuesday guys for sure.
I'm gonna go back to what you said, man. We can't do this without the fans. They're always here, in and out, every race, and the support that we get is just amazing. I definitely want to give a big shout out to them. They are the backbone.
That's right. They're the ones who put the views out there. They're the ones who put the likes on the board, the comment section, and the live stream, whatever. And you know, it's not just the drivers watching these races. There is actually normal people out here watching us battle it out here on NASCAR Heat 5. So I really do appreciate those people out there keeping us going.
Yeah, it's about putting a good quality on the track for the fans to watch. And after stage one, that was just amazing to watch. And I think they're trying to calm a little bit down, get the nerves down as we're coming to stage three. But man, that's just a taste of what is supposed to happen in stage three to win this championship.
That's right. You can see our championship 4 right here under a blanket here in stage number 2. As they went by the line that time, didn't see the lap.
Yeah, one bobble, one mistake, you could go from first to 7th, all the way to the back of this line, and that definitely hurt your chances of winning a championship here.
Most definitely. Yeah, people asking side draft download on Spotify. It is a NASCAR podcast. Oh, Hollywood signaling to pit here from the lead. Nobody.
Now here's
Maybe
a guy.
Jason. Yeah.
We got a little pit here.
Typical assumes the lead off the Hollywood pit.
Titans got me all jumbled up here. I was about to say, now here's a guy, Patrick Mahomes.
This man does a ballerina move and throws it behind his back. Yeah.
Also, who's your champion? Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Man, I really don't like the Chiefs.
You don't like the Chiefs?
No.
Nah, man, I'm not a big fan of the 49ers. So it looks like we're going on the opposite spectrum here.
Man, yeah, I really want to see Christian McCaffrey get one. And
yeah, I'm definitely a big CMC fan.
Yeah, and definitely he just seems like that type of player. If he was to win one, like he'd just walk away from the game.
That would make total sense, especially from where he started with the Panthers.
Yeah,
he has nothing else to prove.
Yeah, with all the injuries and everything, could just see it.
Starting to get a little bit of separation.
Oh, 16's going to get right up in front of the leaders. It's typical. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, my goodness.
What was that?
Insanity.
Did he not know the leaders? I don't know if he didn't pay attention, didn't have his mirrors on, but he just came up right in front of the leaders.
He sure did. Got typical. I'm not sure if he got any damage off that or not. He didn't really lose the pack, but he definitely lost the lead off that. I'm not sure.
We're going to have to go back on replay here to see what happened from his typical's view.
Typical
Jason. They're starting to come down the pits.
Yeah,
he has front-end damage. I can't confirm he has front-end damage.
All right, 10 did get damage off the 16 with the most insane merge I've ever seen in my life. Man, here in stage number 2.
Cost him here. And he got in the pit road safe, so he's just 1 second of damage is what I'm seeing, but after that, wow, that was just insane.
MJ Bross, the only one of the championship 4 here in stage number 2, has not pitted. We'll see if he decides to do so within this time or next time by, I would imagine. It's this time by he does, and it looks like he gets in pretty good. Kevin LePage V2.
But yeah, I will add this to what just happened earlier with Typical. Typical did come into pit road in stage 1. He did kind of come down into the 16. I don't know if that was a payback to what he did coming into pit road earlier, but just throwing it up there.
I don't know. That was pretty wild to do that against a championship 4 driver.
Straight up into him.
I mean, that would be insanity, man. So, man, MJ Bross did get on pit road.
As our keep messing up his name. the one car of Tyler, he came out right. He was right behind Mike, but now he's right ahead of him as coming out of the pits. As I believe Jason's in the lead.
It's Nascarillo in the 16 for anyone wondering. That's where that came from. Hollywood back on pit road to finish his second stop of stage number 2. He goes in right off those guys coming out of theirs. And that would put it at 17 to go.
So Hollywood, you got typical Mike hooked up here. They're going to catch up to Tyler and Jason. They should.
Did Typical fix his damage?
Typical's damages. I will go back to confirm it, but I believe his damage is fixed.
Okay. Interesting to see.
Yes,
Jason is your leader.
Repaired.
All right. We have the word from J-Well.
Damage is repaired, and they're catching up to this leader real fast.
All right, so Jason, their leader, followed by TCR Tyler in second. And MJ Bross looking on the inside for second place now. Typical working with that 4 car all the way up the track. He's probably going to try to fit in there, but nobody's clear. Jason, yes, signaling the pit.
Mike's going to have to go a little bit high. Kind of, there you go.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, yeah.
Change for the lead.
4 able to take the lead clear down into turn number 1. Typical looking to follow that air of the 4 to second place. He's going to wash up behind the 1 car into the backstretch. And they will sit 1, 2, 3 here like that. Man, I still just think back to that 16 car, man. Man.
Thankfully, as Mike's pitting here, thankfully it did not hurt Typical's chances here. That really could have been real bad for him.
MJ Bross misses pit road again.
A second time.
Oh no! And this is in the second stage. He needs to get as lucky to keep his lap this time as he did last time. Oh man!
These pit entries just are not working out for him.
This could just be another swan song for the 14 of Hollywood as Typical go down pit road this time. The only guy with no pit road hiccups, so far.
Jason.
Jason is your leader, but Hollywood coming up on him, to gain that lap before he could even get down pit road. If I'm Jason, as Hollywood's, creeping back up on me, I'm getting down pit road. You don't want him to get his lap back before you go down pit road. Hollywood's getting larger and larger in the mirror here.
And this is exactly what I said before the race. Watch out for these two. Don't be sleeping on Jason and Hollywood. They can still win this championship as well. As Mike and Typical can have these bad luck to happen to them, these two could still contend for a championship. Don't sleep on them.
All right, so the 10 of Typical, he'll come out just ahead of Hollywood. The 4 of MJ Bross, he is coming through 3 and 4. Everybody else is going into 1 and 2. He did miss pit road, so he'll be a lap behind until the 15 pits. Is Typical a lap down, or is he still in the lead lap?
Typical is in the lead.
Okay.
He is actually in the lead right now.
Oh, he's in the lead.
He is in the lead. And Ken Rod is in second from what I...
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened to Jason here. He could be... Oh, I guess he's now in 5th here. Or,
okay, yeah.
4th.
So Typical's in the lead. Ken Rod's second. And Hollywood is third. Jason's 4th. and they just passed. They actually typical had no problem passing the 16 card. So I wonder if you want to forgive and forget there, because that could come back if he wants to get some payback here. But making payback on in stage 2 of the biggest race right now is probably not the smartest move, because he could come back and get you.
That's right. 9 to go here in stage number 2. The top 3. As Hollywood looks inside for a move on the 10. It is going to be a battle between 2 championship contenders for stage number 2. As he gets around Kenrod. Yeah, he made a heck of a move there on the bottom around that 42. 15 and Jason needs to just grab every inch of that draft ahead of him to try to contend for this in stage number 2. But you don't want to.
On the outside here.
Don't want to cause any damage to yourself. 14 looks inside. A battle down into 3 and 4. Hollywood on the bottom, clear of the 10. Not on the outside, though. He's going to have to let out a little bit. Something happened to the 14. A run for the 10 on the outside.
Are we going to see a side draft here?
Yeah, Side Draft Download sponsors this side draft as they cross the line and down into 1. 7 to go, stage number 2.
Still side by side. Needs to get a little bit closer, get that side draft on him.
Hollywood.
He's clear.
Inching in the lead. Overhead view here.
I did mention that outside, that like higher lane, if you pinch him down enough, you just got to trust that he holds his line. It is faster.
Hollywood typical, giving it everything they got. Kenrod just sitting there with one of the best views of the evening.
Yeah, man, that 10 car, he's there.
Oh, not clear on the outside. The 14 still has typical right there on his quarter panel. He is clear this time. It would be nearly cutting his nose off with the run on the outside.
Clear.
Oh, touches the quarter panel, bumps up the side of the 14. This side draft download sponsored side draft is spectacular.
Man, typical can just hold that over the bumps in the middle of 1 and 2. That is a strong car right there. Oh, they're just still side by side.
The 10 and the 14 battling nose and nose for first place here in stage number 2.
Oh, Kenrod got in the wall right there.
Oh, man, he did, didn't he? Saw it on the replay.
Jason's right there, so if any of those two get collected, he's going to be there to pounce on it.
Hollywood clear, but he wants to keep the inside advantage here. He cannot let Typical have that great of a run. Will he be able to beat the 10 to the bottom? He does for now. 3 to go here in stage number 2.
Man, this is some high quality championship racing right here, guys. I don't know what else you could ask for.
This is what seasons are supposed to come down to.
So Typical does not have that draft. What is he going to do? He's going to look inside.
He will. And he's going to have the bottom. Coming around turn number 4 to take 2 to go here in stage number 2.
Up
to Hollywood that time. That was a dang near tie at the line that time. 2 to go. Side draft download again.
Now, how strong is Hollywood's car going to be over the bumps in 1 and 2? Typical could be able to hold it on the outside there, but 3 and 4, he's looking for the side draft.
Oh, little shake out of the 14. 42 looks inside momentarily. Decides to back it out. Lets the championship 4 drivers figure it out. To the outside is Hollywood. He has a little bit of a run, a little bit off the wall. Door banging, 1 to go. Stage number 2.
Here we go. This is the final lap of the stage. Oh, Hollywood got in the wall on the entry there.
Hollywood's going to bring it down to the bottom. Gets right in front of Kenrod in the 42. Looks inside. Hollywood goes. Oh, Typical goes down the block. Not clear. Hollywood's going to have the inside advantage. Will he be able to hang on to it when he comes out of 4 and be able to sweep the stages? Run to the 10 on the outside of Typical. Oh, into the wall. He keeps it off Hollywood. And the 14 claims the stage 2 win. Oh, my goodness. Holy sweep here in the first 2 stages, but it was not without a lot of side draft download action. coming down
That
to
was a
those
lot of
last,
side draft download
yes,
action there.
coming down to those last 8 laps, man. So the only thing I have for Hollywood is winning.
That is stage 2.
Man, so the only thing I have for Hollywood is winning. Both stages does not do well for you. That's just a little historical fact there for you. But if
That is
he's able
true.
to break that kind of curse on sweeping the stages and able to win this race and hit me in the championship race, man, talk about really breaking that kind of, that strain of luck that these guys have had that have swept stages. Thanks to Skew Car, West Higgin ORV for the pit stops here on the stage break. Hollywood, stage 1 and stage 2 winner, but not without some sweat here in stage number 2. Thanks to JWoww for being with me here in the booth. We're going to get stage number 3 underway right here next
Man,
on the
I
Ruthless
am
Racing YouTube
standing
channel.
up. I'm ready to go racing right now. This is awesome.
And it's pumped stuff right here right now. So, man, that's kind of how the Tuesday race ended right there. So, man, I mean, what is stage number 3 got in store for us? JWoww, let us know what you're seeing here on this restart in our last stage.
Coming to the championship. Who is going to win this thing? Mike Ross has battled his way all the way back up to the front now. He's in P5. What is going to happen? You have Hollywood in the lead, Jason in second, Typical in third, MJ Ross in fourth now, looking for fourth place. We got them all under a blanket. Who is going to win this championship? I don't know. Mike Ross has the fastest car here, or one of the fastest cars. Typical is strong. Hollywood is strong as well. Jason, you never know. He is a wild card.
100%.
We got a lot of racing left.
We've seen Jason lead laps here tonight on several occasions. So that 15 car has definitely got something that can go out there and lead some laps. And all it takes is for you to be leading the laps at the right time. So that's, you never
all
know.
The lead is one lap.
That's right. It's going to be 3 straight runs of 17 here with the burnout rule tonight. So whatever we see on the live stream point of views, we have one less. And that's going to come into play if these guys, got to pay attention to that when making these pit stops. It should be 17 laps for 3 runs here to get to the end.
So from what I'm noticing right off the bat, MJ Ross is kind of laying back from the pack. I don't know. I believe he could be saving a little bit of fuel, just a tad bit, trying to make a little bit of strategy. But the person I do know is making the best strategy so far in this race is Hollywood. He has made the perfect strategy to know when to pit, know when to run a little bit of extra, and he's doing it. This could be his championship moment tonight.
Hollywood has said he's been working on this car for months, and he tested it over in a money race not long ago, just last Saturday, I believe. Was able to win that race, and has brought that rocket ship right back out here to Vegas again for this Ruthless Pro Series championship chance. And he's trying to make sure he can knock off Typical from being a 3-peat champion. He doesn't want the, basically the season favorite MJ Ross, winner of the league most 8 races. And, and he doesn't want to get beat by the underdog in the 15 of Jason, with no wins on the season, even though Hollywood only has 1. But Jason is here, and he has led laps. So, like you said before we even started the show here, 15. We'll put the chips on the table to gamble here at Vegas, so don't overlook them.
Don't overlook him at all. And MJ Ross, he's fast. He just has made mistakes at crucial moments. But this is the last stage. This is where you have to be perfect. This is where you have to finalize everything and pit to a T. I think he can make it happen, but he's going to have to learn from his previous mistakes. That may be a little bit of a mental note when he's coming in the pits next time, the next couple times, because he has struggled a little bit. That could be a disadvantage to you coming into pits. As Typical, hit the line right there, sliding up the track a little bit. Man, I'm just out of my seat. I'm excited already.
I've been standing the whole race. All right, man. So everybody's just running. They can run this as hard as they want because it is literally, you got to make 3 straight runs of 17. You want to take your tires on both of these pit stops and you just want to keep it clean. You want to just run your race. And with the burnout rule, you could probably step down there and get a lap earlier pit on some of these guys. Someone looking to probably play that strategy would be the 14 of Hollywood, so don't be surprised if we see him just jump outside here late in this run and let a couple of these guys go by, so he can try to make his pit stop on maybe just a visual signal, because you have verbal and visual pit signals here in the Ruthless Racing Series. Either is appropriate.
Man, my heart's beating. I'm nervous for them. I don't know who's going to win this championship. They're all good, and they all could make this happen.
Yeah, for sure. We'll look back at the poll real quick. 28 votes. Still got Hollywood 46% favorite, and he did win both of the stages. MJ Bross right behind him with 36% of the vote, followed by Typical 14% of the vote.
Look at the lead change.
And yep, as I mentioned, don't be surprised to see Hollywood get outside there, but not three wide.
Ken Ride, we're in 42 car.
3 wide, brought to you by Side Draft Download.
He clears Typical. He is now in third. That may put a little chip in there with third and fourth, or I believe in the championship with Typical and Mike. He may get used up a little bit here because there's no time to be wasted here in this stage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that definitely puts a car between, splits the field of the championship 4 here, and Hollywood, if he says, if I want to have anybody behind me that's going to possibly pit with me, he would probably want it to be the 15. He wants the favorites to not be in the equation here as we get later on in this stage.
I think Ken Rod's here to make a statement. He is right in the middle of this championship. Like, he's in the middle of each sandwich with these championship drivers.
Hey, man, Ken Rod, we'll speak on him for a moment. Sitting here running third. Sandwich, as you said, missing this race by only 1 point to Jason in the 15. And that was from 2 races ago at Phoenix. So that just shows you how tight this was the whole season for 2 races, a bad stage, 2 races before the championship race is really what cost you. And, man, it was unfortunate. But Kenrod did have a great season. And he did put some great races together as he tried to battle and get into this championship race. But, yeah, definitely here to make a statement tonight. And in a good spot before we make these pit stops coming up in stage number 3.
And I mentioned before the race, these pit stops are going to be so important. And it's not always about the speed. It's about perfecting those pit stops. And that's where you can gain and lose almost most of the time here, because the draft really kind of keeps you packed up. And that's when kind of you want to have the faster car at times. But pit stops is what separates a lot of people. Whoa, we got a little bit close here. Oh, we got a little bit of contact in the back with the 45 and the 42.
Yep, we see the move by the 10 and the 4 here. Get around Kenrod as he got out of the groove there. Top 4 is the championship 4. Once again, Hollywood your leader, followed by Jason, Typical, and then MJ Bross. And, out of all the drivers, the most mistakes have definitely been made by that 4 car, as he's missed pit road twice. But the 10 of Typical has spun getting onto pit road and got some nose damage, along with getting merged in front of. So really 14 and the 15 are the only mistake-free cars at the moment in this one.
And guess where they're running? 1 and 2.
That's right.
This is gonna be a great quality finish to the championship here.
Yeah, we should start seeing pit stops and 1 to 2 laps. So it just depends on when these guys want to make their stop. Hollywood got way down and Yeah, that's a good move by Hollywood. That's what he needed. He needed to get down first, and from the lead, that's even bigger. Oh no, 16 coming off pit road now. Nobody to merge up into, though.
Jason kind of holding him up here a little bit as he's signaling the pit.
That will force everybody to go high that will not be pitting, as he does have right to the bottom lane here to pit. And I think he gets in there rather well.
Very clean entry. We should be seeing these next two coming in either a lap or two. But we have to keep an eye on these two if they have a clean stop, because they have had mistakes early in this race. They're both coming down the pit road at the same time.
Ooh. Everybody here should be pitting. Unless they were saving, they would not have enough to make one more lap. You'd have to be saving the entire stage. Everybody here going to try to go down, give him plenty of space between one another, especially the Championship 4. I think everybody got in good.
Yep, it seems like everybody did get in pretty clean. I think Mike I know it's like a mental note. You don't want to push too much because this is only the first stop of I believe there's another stop or one or two more stops after this.
But
you don't want to push. You could ruin yourself in the first pit stop, and you don't want to do that.
Hollywood in a good spot here as he comes around well ahead of the 15. Death before dishonor. Congrats to... Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate you. From 124 to another, I'm glad we could get it done for us. Death before dishonor, 24 driver here in the Pro Series all season.
Everybody's coming out of pit road. Hollywood's going to take this lead convincingly. Mike just jumped ahead of Typical coming out of pits there. Jason sounds coming out of 2.
Now you see this right here. These guys are going to have to work together to catch Hollywood. This is exactly what he needed to do. That is the perfect strategy for the 14. The 15 also staying in second as he's got the momentum over the guys coming off pit road. They have to catch up to the 15. That's going to have to be 4 or 5 cars working together to chase down the 14 before we get to the second pit stop, which will be the last straight run of 17 laps. Hollywood looking good. He just needs to make sure his pit stops are absolutely perfect.
I know this may be a little bit reverse thinking here, but all these 3 championship drivers are going to have to work together to catch up to the 14 here. They're going to have to put their pride aside and just start drafting. There's a lot of time to make up. I believe if they get connected as quick as possible, they will easily catch up to the 14, but they have to work together.
I mean, obviously, Hollywood has the oldest tire of everybody here running, but, they take a couple laps to catch this 15. So if I look at this gap and add a car, I think about 3 to 4 laps, we might see this group catch up to Hollywood if they're working together. Everybody kind of looking around to their own spots, though. Now 15 to the outside, moved by MJ Bross.
I knew Mike probably wouldn't. He'd have not a short memory, but he needed to get past the 15. That 15 doesn't really have the raw speed, but compared to Mike, but they need him to be the lead car to catch up to the 14 as quick as possible.
You see, still a good gap here, but MJ Bross leading the pack with Typical and Jason in tow, along with Kenrod and Tyler, trying to catch that 14. Now I'm telling you, it's looking, that 14 just needs perfect pit stops here in this last stage.
We got some fans in the chat. Jimbo Racing. Say,
oh yeah, I know who that is. They love me.
They love me. But they're cutting into this gap considerably pretty fast here. Jason is just struggling to hang on. He does have a little bit older tires, but that draft is definitely helping him keep him in there. Like I keep saying, he doesn't really have the raw speed in this race, but he needs that draft to stay in there. But he is a wild card if wild strategy were to come in and needed to win this championship.
All right, so they are closing this gap, but it's about what they use up to get up to this 14 with that one pit stop still remaining. They want to pit with the 14. That's kind of the strategy. Get up to him and pit with him. here
So
on this last
we
stop.
have about one more stop left, if I'm right, right?
Yeah, that's right. One
Or
more
two.
just one more full stop.
One more full stop, and that's the money stop there. If I were Mike or Typical, I would, when I catch up to Hollywood, I would try to pass him right before going into pits, because that will then set Hollywood on the outside lane, which is making up, we're talking about minimal time, a tenth or two here, but that tenth or two can cost a lot coming in and out of pit road. It kind of tricks their mind into thinking you're going to ride with them, but last second you decide to pass them.
Still closing that gap, but they did not catch that 14 as fast as I thought they would. And I think that puts a little bit of the strain on them.
Yeah, that's even with 5 cars lined up, and that they didn't close as fast as I thought they would either.
All right,
I think that is a mental note.
After they crossed the line that time, that's 24 laps remaining. So that means only 7 laps, 6.5 laps until we start seeing the next pit stop that will make it to the end. 17 to go is the window. Obviously, guys can choose to maybe run this a couple laps longer, but all these runs are going to be exactly to the tank if you're running your fuel or your race gear this whole time. That is.
And we're gonna see. We're gonna see in the next several laps who is gonna push it. Who's gonna push this next pit stop to the limit?
The 16 is up ahead of the leaders.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
What is going to happen? I think his main target was Typical last time, but I don't think he's going to make the same mistake twice.
He is still on the bottom here ahead of the leaders.
They're going to have to work around him.
Oh, man. They are running up on him here. This actually helps Hollywood out, I do believe. As this is going to force everybody to stay behind him, because they got to give the 16 room here to get out of the way. Oh, he looks to stay high. Everybody's going to go to there. Oh, hopefully. Oh, some guys are going to meet up here. Oh, Typical goes up, take a little bit of his draft. Hollywood goes up. This is that move I expected out of Hollywood. As he wants to, he don't want to pit right with these guys. If so, he kind of maybe wants to be behind them. Side draft download action here. MJ Bros Hollywood bringing it to you this time.
We may go 2x2 right here for the championship. As Jason looks low.
Jason's door to door with Typical now. 2x2, the championship 4.
We may get double side draft action here.
I think we will. Hitting window, 3 laps.
Third place here. If he can clear him, he is not clear.
Oh, Kenrod giving Typical the push to keep him on the outside. Jason kind of alone down there. Hollywood takes the lead from MJ Bros off the door-to-door battle.
Don't want to see here. He don't want Kenrod to be on his outside off this exit, but he's going to be there.
We're a lap and a half from the pit window. Hollywood was the first one down pit road. Hopefully his fuel can hold up for this second run. Towards the second stop. I sputtered going into the pit stops towards my second pit stop on Tuesday, and I was running the same strategy the 14 is here tonight. Let's hope he ain't a second out of it with 11 to go. That's what happened to me.
Oh, here we go. We got a signal.
He giving the signal. These guys may choose to go on around because they think they got it. Because they all pitted after him. Man, I'm telling you, he gets down real good. All these guys are going to be drafting. He didn't make the same mistake I did. I didn't pit right there last night or on Tuesday night because I was afraid of this situation. These two guys still on track, still drafting with each other, putting down really good laps. So I chose to stretch it out a little bit. But Hollywood just trusts his pit crew and his pit entrance here, and he's going to trust just them maybe getting into one another or something getting on pit road here. Hollywood, they had to do a lot of chasing down on the 14. So, man, I don't know. It's going to get dicey here at the end. 17 to go.
They're cutting it close on fuel here. Maybe pitting within this lap or next lap. And we got a signal from Mike.
Sorry, 16 to go.
And Jason. We need to keep an eye on Mike here. This stop is very important for him.
Typical going to go for the freshest tire strategy.
He's not
oh, he decided not to. He's going to stay out with Typical. Gets Jason to go down pit road, though. Jason by himself. It could have been a bluff.
We're in Vegas.
MJ Bros doesn't show his whole hand here at Vegas, and he's still on track. He may be stretching the fuel tank, though. Typical is going. Everybody's going to have to pit here. There can't be much fuel in these tanks. It's going to be a top pit stop. Oh, Typical's real close to that 4 car.
Oh, it seems like they got it clean. They got it clean, but Typical
they are neck and neck, though. This could cause troubles on the pit exit with them, being this close.
Yeah, it depends on what their situation on how fast their stop's going to be. They are neck and neck, so it's really going to come down to who has the faster stop here.
Hollywood goes around, reclaims his lead lap status, and as he comes back around to be looking to take the lead. Thanks to everybody who's watching. We are down to the last 15 laps here in the Ruthless Season 3 Pro Series Championship. And you don't want to miss it. Hollywood swept the stages, and he's on a good strategy here to possibly win the race. Freshest tires will be amongst the 4 and the 10 when they come off pit road. Can they run down that 14? Can they hurt that 14 here with the freshest tire? They will be quite a gap here as Typical is looking to the inside of MJ Bros here on the exit of pit road. Gets around them, moves up to second. It is the 10 and the 4. Followed by the 42. They were going to have to run down Hollywood here in these final laps.
And Jason is nowhere to be seen. He may have had some major championship implications coming into pits there.
Yeah, he's just now going into 3 as Hollywood goes into 1. So unfortunate there for the 15.
Wow, this is a big gap, guys. I don't know if they're going to catch up to him. Last time they had 5 cars. Now they only got 2. Maybe 3.
T-Shar Tyler finally gets back on track and into the action.
2.2 seconds. They got to make over a 10th a lap here.
Can Hollywood finally search for the Golden Lands here in Vegas? Can he get the championship done? It is 2 of the championship drivers having to work together to try to catch Hollywood with 12 laps remaining. I think they can do it if they run near perfect laps because they do have the tire over the 14. But he is definitely not going to give it up easy as he comes around here and makes it 11 to go here from Vegas. This is for everything, all the money in the Pro Series.
Man, I'm standing up. I'm out of my seat. What is going to happen here? We got 11 to go. They got 1.4 seconds. They made over 6/10 that lap. They're going to get there.
This championship could be formulating up to be a good one. It could come down to the final laps of this one. We have seen MJ Bros and Typical be nose to nose already from the first race of the season at Atlanta. These two were a photo finish with Typical able to get the win. And one of my favorite calls in all of Ruthless Racing that I've made was that Atlanta race, first race of season 3. And here we go. We got the 10 and the 4 tearing up asphalt here at Vegas, trying to catch down the 14 of Hollywood with that fresher tire to see if they can get it done. 3-peat on the line for Typical, most wins on the season on the line for the 4, and the 14 just trying to get it done in his own league. Man, this is what championships are made of.
Are all about. They're all there. They're there too. What is going to happen? We have
10 to go.
9 to go.
9 to go, yes, sorry.
And they have the fresher tires.
And they are there.
What do you do if you're Mike? Are you gonna try to pass Typical now, or are you gonna wait till Typical gets the lead so you can start managing your way? But what is Hollywood gonna do? Is he gonna stay on the outside lane?
Oh, little wiggle.
Contact.
Hollywood not going to give up that lead easy. Thanks to everybody
He
who's
knows
watching.
what's a race. He knows
We are down
how to
to-
race for a championship here.
Down to 8 to go. Typical trying to
Hijack.
three-peat with the look on the inside. MJ Bros going to go with them.
Oh,
Hollywood's going to give up 2 spots here.
Oh, man, that is a heartbreaker right there. He's going to have to need something to happen here coming up on these next several laps. But he's still there, though. Don't worry about him.
7 to go. Anything can happen.
What do you do if you're Mike? Do you wait till your last second, or you start racing right now to know what you have, what kind of car you got?
I just don't think you want the 10 behind you. That's all.
You
And
definitely don't want the 10 behind you, or you definitely don't want the 10 below you, because you know what he could do.
looks inside momentarily as he brings 6 to go up here. Burnout rule is in effect.
Man, Hollywood, he's not on the best. He's not in the best advantage right now. He needs something to happen between these 2 cars. They need to wash up the track or something. But he's still hanging on to their drafts. Anything can happen as we're coming to 5 to go. For a championship.
Mike looking outside. Gets back in order with typical. 5 to go. Jay Well stated coming out of 4. This is for all the marbles. Hollywood had the lead, but he was chased down by the 10 and the 4 here.
He's looking low. He's just sniffing there. He's just looking, taking a peek. Oh, but Hollywood's there as well.
4 to go. Hollywood to the inside. Looking inside, gets a little tight on the exit. Okay, this helps Hollywood. He has more help than typical did.
I believe 3 to go, I believe.
Whew. Oh, it's 4 to go there.
4 to go. Now we're coming to 3 to go. Oh, but Mike, he has pressure from behind. He can't really make his move now, because then it's going to hurt him if he doesn't make it, if he doesn't clear him.
3 to go as they cross the line here. This is for everything.
What do you do if you're Hollywood? Do you wait? Do you make a move now?
There's not much you can do. If you really wanted it, you'd have to do the double bump.
I don't know if Mike wants to go
to the inside. Looks Hollywood. He gets inside MJ Bros. He is going to be tight here on the inside. 2 to go, and they cross the line door to door with the 4 and the 14. And that's what Typical wants to see with 2 to go.
Mike's going to need to clear him here to even have a shot.
Oh, little lag there.
This is not looking good for Mike.
To the inside. Typical's going to have to play both things. Hollywood's not totally clear, and Typical's just playing a perfect strategy here. Hollywood down the inside clears MJ Bros. As they come out of 4 and cross the line. 1 to go.
Ground to make up.
For the last time in Season 3, for your Pro Series champion. It's 1 to go, presented by Skew Car. Hollywood on the rear end. Little lag there. He's going to bump the 10 up a little bit in turn number 1. Wash him up the track. Oh, man, down the back stretch. Door to door. Typical in Hollywood.
What's he going to do?
Down to the inside. 3 and 4 for the final time for the Ruthless Pro Series Championship. A run by the 10 on Typical to the outside. He's going to get up there, barely touch the wall. Hollywood neck and neck, and Hollywood is your Ruthless Pro Series champion. A rule for the broadcasters here in Season 3. Hollywood with the amazing comeback here. Unbelievable. What a season by everybody. Holy crap. Holly champion. Holy crap, what a finish. It was just as good on Tuesday as it was tonight. I knew it. Holy crap. What a move by Hollywood. It took balls from the floor up to get that one done. Man, he moved Typical in the best spot imaginable. Turn number 1, wrote his door off. That's right, the California Kid, Hollywood RRS, will get it done as he gets the burnout in.
That is just insane of a finish. I did not think he was going to get there at the line, but he did. He may have gave him a little bit of bumper there, 1 and 2, but they were side by side coming out of 3 and 4, and none of them touched. That was clean for the championship. That was amazing to watch. That was absolute cinema.
Man, the most important one of the season. Someone said it. Yep, that's right. Someone, Henson loved that one, I'm sure. Man, what a move by that 14. I mean, he made the move with 3 to go on the 4 of MJ Bros. He secured second place, kept him behind him, even with the older tire, and then made the move into turn number 1 when it mattered. And you know, what goes around comes around sometimes. And the 3-peat will not be this season, baby, because it goes to Hollywood, the champion of the Ruthless Pro Series.
Wow. Can you have scripted that any better? I honestly, I don't think you could.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. It was just as crazy on Tuesday. Anybody that didn't see that, you can go back and watch that one. Man, it came down. It was that close, as Timmy said. Ladies and gentlemen, it was that close. Man. My God, you know my man Hollywood's going to be pumped up like a sand tire when he gets in here.
That was just amazing to watch. Like it was clean coming out of 3 and 4. I mean, you just couldn't ask for anything better than that.
We fucking got it done, boys.
He got it done.
Hey, okay, so we're getting ready to get the post-race interviews underway. Everybody, 24 right now watching. Appreciate every one of you because you got a look at some really awesome action. Lap of the race goes to MJ Bros 29869. There you go. Okay. So my heart was beating.
I'm still standing up. I can't believe that.
Okay. So we're going to get to that Briscoe car here, if I can find it. Man, Holly champion. I mean, sweeps the race here and not, I mean, you know, it was door to door there in stage number 2 and kind of a sneak peek for what we had at the end of this one. Things looked kind of grim there for you, you know, with maybe about 5 to go. Not sure what you were thinking, but it just seemed like you turned something else on there with 3 to go. You solidified second place there and then just made sure you kept MJ behind you to, you know, eventually make the race winning move. Man, just what did it take out there to get this one done? So, I mean, I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, man, I don't even know what to say. This car was fucking awesome. I've been working on this thing for a long time. It's 3 for 3, so I'm proud of that. But uh, strategies and stuff, you know, for the first 2 stages didn't really matter. Kind of jumped everybody on the first stage, got out front. Second stage, I had fresher tires at the end with the way I worked it out, and then you know, I just decided that in stage 3, the way it worked out was 17 laps 3 times, split up evenly, and I didn't touch fuel gear once. I just ran as hard as I possibly could for the entire stage. They were able to get back to my bumper on the after the second run, I guess, after the first stop, and then I put another 2 seconds on them coming out of the pits. After the second stop, typical Mike ran me down, and you know, uh, with that lead, what it does, I'm controlling the race because I'm in the lead. But by the time they get back to me, the tires are kind of even, and you can still race with them. You know, when they got back to me, their tires were still a little better. So I was content to kind of just ride around there for a lap or 2 and just see what happened. Um, then I kind of got under Mike, got the apron during one of those corners, and then um, man, I thought me and Mike had sold it right there. Typical got like a tenth or two on us, and especially with those tires that I was on, I didn't really think I was going to be able to go up there and get them. But I think the 4 car, he had a good car too, but just right there at the end, I feel like it kind of failed on him, and he missed the bottom a couple turns. I was able to get under him. Tyler and Kenny were coming up behind us, kind of created that draft pool with the three cars in line, back to the bumper at typical, and then on those old tires, I knew, it was going to take something to get next to him. I gave him a little bump in one, um, just enough to kind of move him up the track, and then we were even into three and four, and I don't know how that car stuck through three and four on those old tires like that, but um, man, that was just a crazy finish, crazy finish. Uh, One of the
Yes.
best moves I've ever done for sure. That was crazy, but um, we don't know who really finished second, so we're gonna have to look at that because it was so close there at the end between those two behind me. I mean, we were basically three wide behind pretty much, and it's just an awesome way for the season to end, awesome way for this championship to end. Two banger races for the Pro Am and the Pro Series to end this, and I really had this one circled. I've been working on it for a long time, and um, I don't know, just leaned on my car a lot tonight, and I finally feel like I got the speed and the strategies and everything to be one of the top drivers in the series. Oh, I don't know what to say, man. Thanks to all the fans. I saw we had 20-ish people watching the whole race. That's really cool. Um, Thank you to Stu and JWoww for commenting in this race. Um, it's not going to sink in for a little bit, but this is a good race to win, man. This was fucking awesome. So thanks, guys. Congratulations to the other championship four. I know Jason kind of sped, didn't have the finish he wanted, but he had a good car. Was running second there in that stage for a long time, and typical Mike battled me hard there to the end. So very clean out of everybody, and appreciate everything everybody does for this league. So thanks, guys.
You know, now that it's in the books, owner broadcaster sweep for the championship, man. That's unbelievable. But
Yes, dude. I don't know how we did it. Kind of the season we were having going into the playoffs didn't look like that was going to happen, and yeah, I feel like some of the stuff didn't go our way in the early in the season, but these playoffs, man, we really turned it up, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This might not happen again, so I'm gonna enjoy this, and me and Stu are gonna be talking about this season for a long time.
hey, for sure. Yeah, man. Congratulations, season three Pro Series champion Hollywood. Uh, man, and it took every inch of racetrack for him as it did me. So, man, what a great race! Two great races to end the season. But we'll move on to MJ Bros in the four. J. if you would like to interview what is presumed our second place finisher.
Mike, you had yourself up and down race. It seems like the pit road entries kind of bit you there towards stage one and two. You had a fast car, like you had the raw speed out there. It's just a little bit mistakes, but you cleaned them up coming into stage three, and you ran down the leaders. I didn't know when you. I was trying to talk to Stu, trying to know when you should make the moves, and it was kind of up in the air because you have Hollywood behind you, and if you make it too early, that they may still have a chance to come back and get you. But it's just sometimes it just Hollywood is right there, and it just kind of didn't know what you were going to do there. So what was going through your head there in the final five laps?
Yeah, it was kind of a chess game. Kind of just waited way too late to make my move. Uh, Thought me and the 10 were going to pull away the 14, but the 14 was just so good later in the run, and he got back to us, and I just missed the bottom by like a couple feet in three the one time, and he got under me and on my door, and I was just stuck out there for what seemed like 50 laps, but it was like two or three laps, and then I tried to get clear of him and make a run back to them, and for whatever reason, the one just decided to be an absolute moron in the last two laps of that race, and just stuck it on my door for whatever reason for two laps, and just screwed any chance of me getting a chance at winning that race. I was able to get back on the last lap there and get a run down the backstretch, and it was just it was pretty much just hoping the 14 would get up the racetrack to make it three wide on them, but What can you do? It was just waited too long, and that's on me. And made him should have made the move earlier, but that's racing. Congrats to Hollywood, and it's a hell of a season regardless.
Yeah, I believe it was 8 wins if I'm correct.
Yeah, we got 8 wins, so that's always a plus. Even though you don't get the title at the end of the year, it was nice to improve at Vegas. I felt like I was way off a couple weeks ago here, so we had a shot, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, you had yourself a good car, good race. I mean, especially to stage three, when you needed to execute, when you had to execute, and you made it happen. But it's just the last. It just like I said, you missed the line by a foot, and it just opens up the window for the 14 car there at the end. But still, great season, and we'll hope to see you back in another league or any other league soon.
Appreciate it, bud.
Yep, you have a good one.
Yeah, Mike, I really appreciate you out here running with us this season, sticking through it the whole way through. And then, you know, I said it, 2 nights ago. It's crazy. You race 20 some of these things, and then it comes down to 2 feet.
Yeah, appreciate it, Stu.
Yep. And we'll move on over to the 10 of typical, whenever I can find them. All right, there he is. All right, typical man. It was just a tight race the whole time out there for this one, and you end up, you know, getting the lead there late in the race, and after passing Hollywood with the help of Mike, just kind of walk us through catching up to Hollywood, and then all the events that led up to what ended up being a photo finish for this season 3 championship.
Yeah, so Hollywood was on his own strategy all night long, so I wasn't really sure how to counter it. Mike was supposed to go in one lap before me, and he changed his mind last second, so we just worked together and got back to Hollywood twice. And as soon as I got to Hollywood's quarter panel, I decided just to go for the pass. We just running down 2 seconds. I already got the momentum, so I just got in front of him, and Hollywood somehow got back around Mike. I'm not sure how it happened, but with 2 to go or 1 to go, whatever it was, Hollywood, when he made his move, he surged back like a lag, and then surged back right to my bumper on my screen. And so I would have been blocking harder, but it's just such a last second thing. And then all of a sudden I'm getting a shove in the back up the track and just out of my control. You can go back and look at my stream. Uh, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. I would have been blocking harder if I knew he was that close. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not to take anything from you, you are the back-to-back, or the back-to-back series champion. Going for the three peats now. That is something that is honestly really hard to do. In just anything. And but you gave it your best run out here tonight, and you got 7 wins on the season. You won the West Higgins ORV pole championship. So I mean, all in all, it wasn't a total loss in the season, but not coming away with the championship, I'm sure for somebody of your caliber was probably disappointing. But just know,
Yeah, it's just
you gave it all.
yeah, I gave him all for sure. I just I just wish the lag just didn't exist. So, but it is what it is. Congrats to Hollywood.
As always, thanks for racing with us here. Typical.
Right there into one. I got a huge run because Tyler had gotten next to Mike or whatever, and that
Leaned on my door for 2 laps.
we had like three
Yeah.
cars right there. So I had a huge run down the front, and then like I'll clip what I did too, but you like entered a little higher, and then I just got your quarter panel just a little bit. But I don't know. I didn't see any lag, but it was still a good
Oh,
race, bro. We ran each other hella good in 3 and 4, and um, that was a lot of fun. Typical. So I do have Mike. I'm pretty sure as officially second place. I'll look at Typical's thing, his stream a little more. From my point of view, it looks like he's second, but we'll definitely take a look at that because there's some money on the line here. And
I can send you my clip, but it doesn't show anything because his car's not in my view, so you can't see anything. I don't know.
well, I'm gonna look at the position hopefully when you cross the
Okay.
line. But to me, you're closer, like on my door. You're closer to you're closer to the front of my car when we go across the line. So I don't know. I gotta take a look at it. But on his screenshot, it shows him second. So I don't know. It
If you
might be
can't
some
figure it
stuff
out,
here.
we can split it or what. You know, like I don't care.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
it's only
It,
it's like a 20
it's
buck difference,
that's
but
what I'm saying. Yeah, it don't
we'll
matter.
figure it out. But all right, that's all I got,
Tap a
guys.
tank of gas.
Congratulations. Thank you, boys, and y'all close this thing out.
Yeah, J. Well, you got anything you want to top us off with here?
I believe, do we have Jason in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Jason's like, "Where's my interview?"
Yeah, we
Oh,
ain't forgetting
I
this is a
swear I
champion.
looked
This
at
is
it.
the
Nobody had
championship
time.
four, and
Oh, he's at the
I'll go
bottom.
ahead and go with this
It's my
one.
fault.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Jason, I mean, you were there all race, and I mean, you may have respectfully, you may not have the overall speed, but you were always there, and you know when to make a good strategy to make it happen. I believe in stage one, you and Typical were having some. I don't know if you ran out of fuel or your tires were just like right on the edge there because y'all were babying that towards the end. What was happening there?
So started working on the car about an hour before the race, and I ended up going about 10 clicks down the front way, freaking 9 clicks down the wedge, up on the right track bar. I just had it as loose as I can get it. So basically, the right rear was burning pretty good, and I guess Ty had the same problem too. So that last lap, I should have set out one more lap. I probably would have been all right before we pitted, and then we just blew a tire right there. Then
Overall, I mean, you may have not had any wins on the season, but you still came out and made the championship four. How does that make you look at your overall season from your standpoint?
it was a decent season. I could have been way better if I would have worked on some cars. Kind of just jumped in and raced every week. I had potential to win a couple races. I think this race is probably one of the top 5 races I probably had a chance at winning that. And just didn't work out. Sped on pit road. Kind of had truck. So the Ford car said he was pitting. So I was like, okay, I got to probably gain like a little bit of time going to pit road. So I went a little harder. And didn't speed all season. Decided to speed on the last pit stop.
Yeah, a little bit of bad luck there, but still, you made the championship four. That shouldn't hang your head down on anything. I mean, that's still a good thing to have on the record. But any last words on what you would like to say to the fans?
Just congrats to everybody and appreciate everybody supporting and watching. I wish it would have been a better season for me, but I don't know. Good season, all season for everybody. And it's a great league to run in.
Yeah, appreciate you, Jason. You know, first season here in Ruthless, and you make it a championship four appearance. You laid some laps, you know, up there throughout the stages and everything, and it just came down to that last stop. But you know, good season out of you. You know, just wish the outcome could have been different. But appreciate you, you know, racing with us.
I do have one last question for Jason.
Yeah.
I've had this speculation in my head, and I've been putting some pieces together. I've been wondering, are you and Typical related at all in any way of sort?
Not at all.
Dang,
Not
I
even
know
close.
you're
That's
lying.
a
You're
good
lying.
question, JL.
Because I know y'all voices sound pretty similar. Y'all kind of text in the Discord around 3 a.m. Like, but I don't know that was a good theory I had for a little bit of while.
He lives in
We're
like
gonna need
Tennessee or something.
we're gonna need to see some birth certificates for that one.
Yeah,
It's too
that's all I
close.
had.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, awesome. Thanks to the four of you once again. You know, sticking it out all season and getting where you got. Everybody gets a little bit of money here for just making the race, so congratulations on that. Hollywood for 160. Second place will get 140. Third place 120, and fourth will get 80. So it was no entry fee, so straight profit for all you guys. So congratulations on that. And Yeah, Jay, well, you got anything you want to just wrap this up with?
Yeah, I know I didn't show up for all the races, but even the races I did come to do with you, they were always exciting. It's always good to have a good energy here. And I mean, I really couldn't ask for any another person to do the broadcast with, Stu.
Yeah, man, like I said before, you're always welcome up in the booth here with me. I feel like we bounce off one another real well, and we got a really good show here tonight to bring everybody. So it was good to be able to, present that to everybody with you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this race was definitely one of the top of my list of doing with you. A lot of action from stage one to stage two, and then the finish that we had there for the championship. I mean, you couldn't have scripted any better. It was clean, come out of the three and four, side by side, almost three wide. I just don't know what else you could ask for better there.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, out of both races this week for a championship in season three, I mean, to end this, uh, just section of ruthless racing like this, I mean, honestly, it really did seem like a movie almost. Just the way the both races came down to the wire. Once again, to say 20 some races, and it literally comes down to 2 feet. So, and it took all the racetrack for both our champions, and just so happens to be the broadcasters and the owners of the league.
Yeah, that was great. I also want to say thank you to you for allowing me into the booth and Hollywood for allowing me to come do these races. I know I don't show up all the time, but y'all open me you let me come open hand. I don't know what the saying is, but I'm still thinking about the finish right now, and yeah, just thank you to the fans. They keep this going, and they're the backbone of why I like to go do these broadcasts and these excited races with y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man. Once again, appreciate you. You're always welcome to bring one of these spectacular ruthless racing events, you know,
Keep a lookout for
to the
Ruthless
people.
Racing Next Gen on iRacing coming up.
There is an announcement coming soon.
That's right. Um, so both polls, I was the favorite on Tuesday in the poll. Hollywood the favorite in this poll, followed by MJ Bros. And the fans picked the champion in both races as well. So the fans are 2 for 2 here at the end of season three. It's pretty neat, if you ask me. Seems like they know, as they've been watching this racing all season long, uh, who got hot at the right times out here. But can't thank everybody enough. Fans, anybody who's drove, anybody a part of Ruthless Racing in a positive way. Much appreciate you for making this thing go around like it does. But season four, after a little break here for us, will be coming around the corner. Got a lot of newer things coming along with the Legacy series going to be coming out. And then the Pro Series will be moshed with Pro Am drivers and maybe a couple of new guys on Thursdays. Uh, so the field will get larger, and the races will only get better, I feel like. And as we march towards whatever may be new around the corner as things progress, Hollywood, you don't have anything else you need to say? The last time of the season.
I'm good to go, man. Just
Hit
just
you yet?
crazy. Nah, hey, I told Flash Nine texted me, told me good luck. Make sure I hit my marks and kind of do what I can to win this race. And I told him, my setup's good, and I'm just gonna kind of see what happens. I'm gonna run the strategies that I want to, and wherever I end up, uh, wherever I end up is where it is. And told him I'm not gonna be mad about it. It's just an empty cup, and he laughed at that. And it might just be an empty cup, but this is our league. We've been doing this for a year and a half, so it does mean a lot. And appreciate everyone for being around for
You took the notes right out of WT, huh?
it. Maybe.
Yeah, I have to say it is a little bit more than just an empty cup. Me and Hollywood, kind of started racing on this game at the same time, and I feel like he's astronomically better than I am, but I feel like we've both grown a lot on here, and we put something together that we wanted to be our vision of. All the leagues we've been through, is kind of took the best of everything, added a few things of our own, and came up with this. And I swear, I think it came out awesome, and you know, like I said, fans, everybody who races in it, appreciate it, making it go around. And it's going to be it for season 3, though. But get ready for season 4. Legacy, Pro Series, both going to be out. A GT7 series on Wednesdays is going to be coming out. Anybody who races GT7 looking to get into the Ruthless series that way, hit us up, join the Discord. But without further ado, the last time of season 3, everybody congratulate our season 3 Pro Series champion Hollywood if you see him out there on Discord or something. But yeah, everybody rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing. Season 3 is over. Peace out.